My name is Vazquez. It's okay. I lived in North Carolina for about 7 years, and when I came here, I felt plugged in like almost immediately and by happenstance. And the chiropractor that was treating me when I was pregnant, they have I couldn't afford it. I just couldn't afford it. And they had a program which is ran through this business, or their 501(c)(3). And I was blessed that they accepted me, and I am able to see them. And when my daughter was born, and she was born with a tongue tie, immediately my chiropractor suggested I come here, and here I am. For people who choose alternatives to mainstream hospitals and medical organizations, if you will, it's mainly because they don't want to be streamlined. And I think for me, I don't want to be over-medicated. I had a bad experience with my son. When I went to give birth to him, I was at a birthing center. In 6 hours, me being in a birthing center, the birthing center did not, unfortunately, prepare me to go through labor properly, and I ended up getting an emergency C-section. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I knew I wanted to do a birthing center. I knew that I could have a baby, and I felt that I was really jaded by the way my son was born. When you go to places where you're a number, not a person, you are just one of another one. And when you seek people that, and I don't want to say that look like you and sound like you, but understand you culturally, that understand your needs, that understand your experiences. I will say that for me, the value of feeling safe in places like this is invaluable, basically. It's okay. When I was in the hospital, it didn't feel like, I felt like my nose were, oh, she's saying no, but we're gonna get our way. When I went to the birthing center here, I felt like they heard my birth plan and they followed it. And even at one point during my labor, and mind you, I didn't have a long labor, it was like 7 hours, but even during my labor, at one point I was like, just send me to the hospital, give me the epidural. I don't want to do this anymore, I'm exhausted. My doula was like, no, this is why you're here, remember? And I'm like, thank you for holding me accountable. I really don't want it, don't let me go. So it's like they understand, they genuinely understand. You getting the same person every time, or the same group of people every time, per se. Things like these are just not known in our communities, like lactation consultants and birthing centers. I feel like the lack of information kind of sends people who don't have the resources to just go mainstream or whatever is we'll go to the hospital, have a baby, get a C-section. And the importance of having a place like this is that it allows everyone to receive the same level of care, irrespective of what your socioeconomic status is. I think that anyone who has the capability to receive this, the economic ability to receive like the level of care that Manteca is providing, should definitely think about the people that don't have this economic ability to, because I feel I've been very blessed by her 501(c). That is the reason why I'm here. That's how I am able to get my daughter the good care that she needs. And even when I was pregnant, I couldn't even sit down like this. I just couldn't. Like my spine just was so misaligned that if it wasn't for this organization, I don't know if I would have been able to have my daughter naturally, because my pelvis and everything was just not aligned. And that's what this place provided. It allowed me to have my daughter naturally, not have to go through invasive labor, not to go through another C-section, because I'm a VBAC, And you nurse that knows VBACs are not normal, like that's not usual. You don't get to have a natural delivery after a C-section, and I was able to. And that's all thanks to this organization and the care that they allowed me to receive that I wouldn't have been able to afford otherwise.